Hey, I hope you all are having a great day. I have a quick interview with someone special to share some information with you about how you can level up in this season. People are going through major transitions financially. It has been reported that we're officially in a recession. And, you need to know what possibilities are out there for you to be able to increase your wealth and even diversify your money so that you can get ahead in life. And today I have a special guest. Let me bring her up. Hey, June, how are you?
Great. How are you doing, Celeste?
I'm doing good. And so this is June Lyle. She is, to me, I call her a financial wizard. That's what I call her. But she has many ways to help us diversify our wealth as well as some opportunities to increase wealth. June and I were talking about just making sure these possibilities and options were out there because sometimes what you don't know can hurt you. And so, what I love about June is that she made a career shift. She was a chemical engineer who turned
Right.
to a financial wellness expert and teaching people how to be financially independent and just learning how to make sure you handle your business. So, so June, let's talk a little bit about how you decided to shift into the financial arena.
Well, Celeste, I was working at the plant um, years ago, and the biggest motivator for me shifting was to have more flexibility. My kids were younger. I have two boys. Me and my husband both worked at the plant, and I was just looking for more flexibility. At that time, they wouldn't allow flexible schedules or part time.
Hmm.
So I decided to leave the plant, and a family member showed me how I could work in the mortgage business, and I took the leap and never missed a plant. I found that I love talking to people, helping people. I was in the mortgage industry until 2007 and 8 when everything turned upside down. So that's when I jumped into my current line of work, which is financial coaching, advising. I was able to get, fully licensed to be a financial advisor, as well as just educating people on how to get properly protected with insurance. We do a lot of different things. Yeah.
So yeah, so we know that within the past, since the pandemic, there's been this great resignation and people are
Mhm.
leaving jobs. And I don't know about you, but when I ride down the street, like everybody's hiring. And
Right.
yeah, and where we live, like even myself as a teacher, like the school system is trying to figure out ways to retain us. And the big
Oh, okay.
way is to give us a raise,
Uh
which
huh.
they did implement an increase for us this year based on your educational status. So depending on whether you have a bachelor's, master's, a doctorate, or and what field you're teaching in will determine your salary. And so I want you to talk about this great resignation and then maybe talk about like for me as a teacher,
Mhm.
if I stay in the same track, my income is capped.
Okay.
They tell me what my time is worth. Whereas, I think I'll let you talk about people resigning, but the people that I know who have left um, corporate jobs or they've launched out into doing something independent that could bring them more satisfaction and more financial freedom. So I'm gonna let you talk about that.
Okay. So I've been in this current industry for 14 years, about 14 and a half years. And if you like helping people, if you want to get a financial education, you want to make an extra thousand a month on a low end, part time, real flexible hours. It's a great time to be in this industry. The fact is, Celeste, at the age of 65, 90% of people are dead or dead broke. having worked all their life and really having not become financially independent or having achieved that financial success. And that's and the reason why is because nobody's given us a financial education. We don't have a financial coach. We don't have a plan. So those are the things that I do when I sit with families every day. Help them understand how money works, help them get a free financial plan, helping them to get from point A to point B with their money so they can avoid being that statistic, right? So, the Great Resignation, just speaking on that for a second, a lot of people I know since the pandemic experienced a little bit of freedom by working from home or not having to clock in and out or leave their house in a 1 hour, 30, 45-minute commute each way. So people experience that freedom and they say, man, I don't want to go back to being locked down, right? So to speak. And I mean, it's I guess like a caged animal. Once you experience that freedom, you come out. You don't just want to go back inside the cage,
Right,
right?
right.
Not that your job is a cage, but
It
I
can
mean,
be.
I've been there where I had to plan. Okay, when can I do a dentist appointment? When can I get a doctor's appointment because of my schedule?
Hmm.
But with this freedom of time, and you can make a lot of money in the financial industry. It's just a no brainer, and you can really enter this type of field right now with my company at no risk. For $39, we're going to pay for your life insurance license, your Series 6 and 63. Those are really some valuable licenses, which will cost about $1,500 if you did it on your own. So we equip you with the training, the licenses, and everything you would need to launch a new career or just you know learn about money for yourself and really be able to help people and start your own business
Hmm.
with very low cost and low overhead.
So
So
what would you, I was going to
hopefully that
ask you,
answered the question.
yeah, that did. I can relate to the freedom aspect. Many of my friends still work from home, and I think the work industry has changed too, because a lot of companies are not pulling people back into offices. But with
Hmm.
those friends, also, some of them are still feeling caged, even though they're caged in their own house, and are looking
Okay.
for ways, they're looking for ways to uh, empower people and make money at the same time. I literally was talking to someone who was like, they really are praying about what they can do that fulfills their personal goals to empower people, but they don't have to clock into a 9 to 5 at home on the computer. So they're happy with
Okay.
the age of being home, but there's still some, I still think people are yearning for something different. What would you tell somebody who is afraid or on the fence about taking, because it's different? Like, do you suggest that they like leap into this, or are there stages to it that they can go through to make a transition?
Yeah, that's a great question, Celeste. Keep your foot on first base while you're still second. Okay? Keep your job. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you're working a 40-hour week, you have time, work your 9 to 5, but from 5 to 9, you can work a part time business or 2 or 3 hours a day or even on a weekend. And 8 to 10 hours a week, you're putting into a business like mine. Within 30 days, you could have your license, you could be trained and in a position to bring an extra 1,000, 1,500 a month into your household
Right.
with the things that we're going to teach you and train you on the products. Everybody needs what we do. They want to get out of debt. They want to know how money works. They want to know, am I properly protected? If I die too soon, is my family going to be okay? So we have the products and solutions to help families with all of these areas. And no, there's no risk to your current career. That's a great question. Go
Yeah.
ahead. I mean, just be willing to take a step. You're going to be totally supported. We have the resources to get you licensed and trained. So you really will be stepping into a new venture, but you won't be by yourself. That
Mm-hmm.
makes.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
what other services do you offer for somebody who, um, of course, if they want to talk about business, becoming a business owner, but what other services do you offer that can help a family who, they might not want to be in business yet, but they want to maximize their money?
Yeah, so I show people how they can be financially independent through the starting their own business
Mm-hmm.
or by getting a free financial plan.
Mm-hmm.
And we show you what has to happen. If you want to retire by a certain date, you want to have a certain amount of income. So we calculate what's called your financial independence number.
Mm-hmm.
And we can put you on the track to be financially independent, putting you in the right investments, showing you what has to happen to get from point A to point B. That's a
Mm-hmm.
great question. It's more than one way to get there.
Yeah, because
Hmm.
I know some people who have investments and they started early, and so now, you know, they may have started in their 30s and now they're in their
Hmm.
50s and they have a good portfolio of
Right,
fight.
right.
It's like they're not as stressed as somebody who has nothing. And it's like, and then
Uh
also,
huh.
um, one of the things I'm just saying personally is like I have a pension. And so,
Hmm.
like, one of the things I'm going to be looking at is how can I do my own um, 401k or something to back that up? Because I'm like,
Supplement.
could
Mhm.
cross my mind, like, what if the pension system crashes? Like, what if something happens and they're
Mhm.
like, oh, we can't do what we said we were going to do for you for the rest of your life? Like, I don't want to leave, you know, that kind of power in somebody else's hands. Like you
To
said,
have a
once
backup
you're
plan. Mhm.
independent.
Yes. So once you retire, let's say you worked a number of years, your money is going to come from three sources. A pension plan, which most people don't have, so count yourself blessed to have that state retirement, the teacher's retirement. So you would have that. You would have Social Security, and the third thing source of income would be the money you save, your personal savings. That could be your 401k, your IRA. So we talk about the three-legged stool. That's what your retirement is resting on.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely you should not just count on one of the legs. Social Security, we know it's not enough, right?
Right.
So yes, we show you how to start generating some personal savings and freeing up some money in one area so you can start investing that money to build your personal portfolio.
Mm-hmm. And
That's
I love the idea of, because sometimes people think they don't have enough,
mhm.
but it's like that ability to wiggle. What would you tell a person who already has one business or is
Mhm.
trying to do one business, but we always heard that you should have multiple streams of income? What would
Mhm.
you tell that person, that business person who, not only do they need the financial planning and the money set aside to plan for retirement, because most
Mhm.
self-employed people, they need a plan in order to save for retirement if they're not um, working for a company. But what would you tell them about that, as well as adding additional arm or leg to their business?
Yeah, that's a great question. Business people, they maybe already have a stream of income, they have something they're pursuing. So I collaborate with business owners where they could be a solid partner and have another passive stream of income. Because let's say they have a client base, they are offering a service, but those clients would need other services that we could bring in, and that business owner could generate another stream of income. So
Mm-hmm.
we do that quite often, and that's definitely a great avenue for business owners.
Yeah.
The things that we will bring to the table. Mhm.
So this, because from what I've, when January started, how people say this is the year of this or that, but several people were saying this is the year of collaboration, learning how to work
Okay.
because you
Yes.
can, you know, two are better than one, and
Exactly.
and you don't
And you
have.
have that existing base, so those clients trust you. They maybe come to you for that service, and you could easily share that information for the
Yeah.
services we offer to
Mm-hmm.
really help that family in a big way. Hmm.
So June, let's let people know how they can get in contact with you, because I'm sure there's somebody in there like, look, I need a plan to get off that 9 to 5, or they might have been laid off and are in
Hmm.
of trying to find a new opportunity. And you said this is no risk and it's a small amount per month to participate. Then there's also those entrepreneurs that say, hey, I have a client base who might need some of these services. It would be nice if I could benefit from that. How can they reach out to you? How can they contact you?
A number of ways. The best way is the handy dandy smartphone. Just text me. You can reach me anytime, 24/7, 225-931-3992. That's my direct number. If I don't answer, I will get back with you in a reasonable time. You
Mm-hmm.
can email me at lylelegends, LYLELEGENDS @gmail.com. And I'm building a team, a network called the Lyle Legends, a play on my name, which means let your limits expand. We are legends creating legacies for families. So, yeah, keep that in mind. LyleLegends @gmail.com, or you can text or call me at 225-931-3992.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop that up on the screen so they can see that. Um,
Okay.
so if you need to reach out to her, you can hit her up on the email, or if you have some questions just about your finances, and just want to
Mhm.
make sure you straight, that you say you won't be dead or dead broke when you turn 65. All right. So
Exactly.
do you have any
Mhm.
final words you want to share with our audience before we go?
I really appreciate the opportunity, Celeste, and for the exposure with your team. And I look forward to speaking with some of you individually. Would love to share more information.
Mhm.
Give me a
And June,
call.
yes, and June is an amazing person, and we've been um, friends for maybe about what, 3, 4 years, maybe.
Yes,
Well, more than that, because I think we
time
did an
flies.
event together in 2016. So yeah, so
Okay,
you know, when you meet good people, you stick with them, and
exactly.
definitely, you know, what you do is valuable, and hopefully some of you will take advantage of the information. It doesn't cost you anything to talk and to get some
Hmm.
more information. So I hope you all have a blessed day, and we're believing that your financial life is going up, and all that bad
Absolutely.
stuff that might be happening is going out. So
Out.
yeah. So you all have a great day, and thank you so much, June, for joining us. And we'll be back again one day with some more inspiration to help you amp up your life and progress and succeed. Thanks again for joining us.
All right. Thank you.